V and ES is added, like wife. Fine. So if a noun is ending with FE, what you have to do, you have to cut FE and put VES, like wives, lives, knives, this way. So these are some rules of forming plural nouns. So I hope it's clear to you. The first rule, what was the first rule? First rule is the basic rule that we add s to form plural. The second rule was that if the noun is ending with, let me open that. Fine. If the noun is ending with s, sh, ch or x, you have to put es. Then if a noun is ending with y and before y, if there's a consonant, then you just have to put you cut y and put ies. If a noun ends with y and before y there's a vowel, then just add s as rule number 1. Then there was a rule, if the noun's ending with f, you have to cut f and put ves, and there are some words that ends with y, but f, but we just add s after them, and we have to remember these words. Then the last rule is, if the noun ends with fe, then you have to again cut fe, both f and e, and put ves. Fine. So these are some rules of forming plural nouns. Now what you have to do, you have to complete in exercise 7, you have to complete each sentence below by using the plural form of a noun ending with f. In every case the f is changed to y before adding es. Sorry, f is changed to v before adding es. So now in all the sentences we have to fill the blanks with the nouns that ends with f, and every time we have to cut f and put ves. Now let's see what are those nouns. Okay, so it's written, the baker made over 1,000 dash of bread. So what we use with bread, if I do it for you, it's loaf of bread. So loaf, f, cut f and vs, loaves of bread. Butchers use very sharp dash to cut up meat. What we use to cut something that ends with fe. Fine. Now the hunters heard the howling of a pack of dash. Which animal howls? So just see and write in the distance. In autumn, many trees shed their dash. What are the things on the trees? And what are the things that shed in autumn season? Quite easy. Again, ending with f. Last night, dash broke into the stores and took a large quantity of goods. Who is the person who steals things? Just fill it. The children watched the farmer carting his dash to corn. So what's that thing? The 8th one is, a man who has 2 dash at the same time is called a bigamist. So who is that man called? Then comes the 9th one. Okay, I left the 7th one. At Christmas time, the dash in the sweet shops are laden with chocolates and sweets. So what is that thing? It's a thing on which we put it's a place on which we put things. So what's that thing called? Okay, so the man who has 2 dash at the same time is called bigamist. Messi the cow gave birth to 2 dash. What is the baby of cow called? Quite easy. 2 dash are equal to a whole 1. So if we cut a shape into 2 things, what is one thing called? Quite easy. Then comes the 6th rule. Noun ending with o forms their plural in 2 ways. some by adding s and some by adding es. By adding es, there are some words like torpedoes. Torpedoes means they are kind of underwater missiles. Find that basically you can be fired from a ship or submarine that dropped into the water. It's a missile, underwater missile. Then comes potatoes. You all know it's a vegetable. Heroes, cargoes. Cargoes means a heavy goods or freight or these kind of things. Fine. Then tomatoes, volcanoes. Then the next thing is echoes. What are echoes? Echoes is kind of it's a there are many meanings of echoes. Like it's an idea, it's a close parallel to an idea. It can be a feeling, or there is another word for echoes. Echoes can be reflection of something, or it can also be used for a thing. If we want to say something, a duplicate thing or a copy of something or replica, so we use this word echoes. There are many meanings of echoes. Okay, so now there are some words that can be formed plural by just adding s. The first one is pianos. Piano is a musical instrument. Then the next one is solos. Solos is basically it's a there are two meanings of solos as well. The one is solo means single. Then solo is also a piece of an instrumental, a music instrument. Fine, it's also a piece of music instrument, and the other meaning means single. Then the next one is banjos. Banjo is also a musical instrument. It looks more like a guitar. Fine, so the plural form is banjos. Then Eskimos. Then sopranos. Sopranos means there are many meanings of sopranos as well. The one meaning is like the highest singing voice. Fine, like a female or a boy singer with a soprano voice, like high voice. Then soprano can also be the other meaning of soprano is it's an instrument of highest pitch. Fine, so there are two meanings. So it can be used for people with high singing voice and the instruments with high pitch. Fine, so there are two meanings of sopranos. Then comes curious. So what are curious? Curious are means rare, unusual. Fine, so this kind of thing. Then comes dynamos. So what are dynamos? Dynamos means an extremely energetic person. And dynamos, there's another meaning of dynamos. It's spare part of any machine. So there are many meanings of all of words. Okay, so some words we can just form them plural by adding es, and some by adding s. So there's no specific rule, we just need to remember them. So the words ending with o, it might be made plural by adding es or s. Then the seventh rule is several nouns have no singular form. We never speak of a scissor or a trouser, but we always of scissors or trousers. So we don't say give me my trouser if it's single. We always say give me my trousers. Like give me scissors, we don't say give me Caesar. It's wrong. So there are many words that nouns that do not have any singular form. They are in plural form. Okay, even if they are single. For example, braces. Okay, so the examples are braces. Braces, it's a wire that we wear on teeth to just make our teeth in a shape, get our teeth in a shape. So the second word is shears. Shears is basically a cutting instrument used in farming. Then shots, Then barracks, what are barracks? Barracks are basically a large building or group of building used to house soldiers, where the soldiers or military people live. It also known as garrison or camp. Fine. Then comes pants. Gallows, what are gallows? Gallows means a structure that is used for hanging the criminals. Fine. Then comes bellows. So what is this bellows? Bellows is basically an instrument that is used for blowing air into the fire. Fine. So next one is tongs. Tongs is also an instrument. It basically have two movable arms, and it is used to for picking up and holding things. It also used for holding and picking up ice cubes, or to cook chapatis, and to pick up some chicken pieces. Like tongs are those things. Like the next word is written over here. It's pliers. Plier means it's again an instrument that we say in Urdu. It's a plas that is used for bending the wires and gripping small objects. Fine. Then comes breeches. So what is this breeches? Breeches is also known as trousers. They are basically short trousers that fasten just below the knees, and people wear it while riding horses. You see, it looks like long boots. So that's breeches. Then pincers. Pincers is again a tool. It is also made of two pieces of metals, and it is also used for gripping and pulling things. Fine. Then the last word is spectacle. Spectacle, what is spectacle? Spectacle means a performance, presentation, or display. So these are some words that we just that has no singular form. If we are talking about single thing, then we have to use them as a plural form, but there is no singular form of these words. And not just these words, there are many words. We just need to remember them. Coming to the next page, it's written certain nouns have the same form of singular and plural form. Now for example, now there are some nouns that have no plural form. They have same we use them for both plural and singular. Like one sheep, many sheep. We will not say sheeps. If there are more than one, then again it's sheep. Deer, many deer. One salmon, many salmon. Salmon is a type of kind of fish. Then the ninth rule is the plural number of some noun is formed by changing a vowel or by adding en, like foot, feet. So the word entirely changed. We just these kind of nouns. The rule is for these kind of noun is the plural number of some nouns is formed by changing a vowel or by adding en. So here a vowel is changed. In place of o it's e. Then in place of o it's e. Man. In place of o it's e. Then in place of o it's e. Man, men. Goose, geese. Ox, oxen. Like if I put en after it, then child, children, I put ren at the end. So we put either en, or we just change the vowel to another vowel. So there's also no specific rule. We just have to remember the spellings. Then the last rule, 10th rule, is the plurals of some compound words are formed by adding s to the first word. Like son-in-law, sons-in-law. We will not say son-in-laws. That's wrong. Sons-in-law. Passerby, passers-by. Maid of honor, maids of honor. Okay, so now what you have to do according to these rules, you have to solve these questions. The first one is in exercise 8. It's written, write 6 nouns which form their plural by adding s. For example, door, doors. You just have to write 6 nouns that we that we can form their plural form by just adding s. Give 6 plurals formed by adding es, like thrush, thrushes. Write 6 plural formed by changing y to I and adding es, like baby, babies. You just have to write 6 nouns in which we cut y and put ies, and remember, before y there should be a consonant. If there's vowel, we just have to add s. So you have to write the nouns that end with y, and we change them. We form plural by changing y to I and then adding es. Fourth one is, write 6 nouns ending with f in which the letter is changed to v when es is added. Give 3 nouns ending with f which merely add s to form their plurals. Write 3 nouns which have the same form of both singular and plural form, like deer, sheep. Give 3 nouns which has no singular form, like these. Fine. Write 3 words ending with o which form their plural by adding s, and 3 nouns ending with o which add es. So this way you have to all these questions are from the 10 rules of forming plural nouns. So just answer these 8 questions and solve the previous exercises. It's all related to plural nouns and singular nouns. And yeah, that's all for today. It was all about singular and plural nouns. So that's it.